Welcome along, everyone, to round 6 of the FIA World Rally Championship. It's time for Rally d'Italia Sardegna, and we continue on with our succession of gravel events. Some cloudy skies here in Sardinia today, but don't be fooled, this is going to be one of the hottest events of the season. We are just about to get underway with the first run of Shakedown, which is taking in one of the stages that was used in 2023, the opening super special stage. And our championship leaders are almost ready to go, Elfyn Evans and Scott Martin, and so are we in commentary. I'm Bex Williams, Mike Chen is alongside me, and we're looking forward to what is going to be a pretty epic weekend here on the island. Chen, are you ready for it?
Yeah, look, Bex, I've got to be honest, this is one of my favourite rallies of the year, and not just because of the beauty of Sardinia itself. It's a nice place to come and visit, isn't it? But it just really tests the drivers. It's hot, it's dusty, you're constantly threading the needle. This shakedown stage, as we've seen on most of the rallies this year, as Elfyn Evans gets underway, it's not really representative of what we're going to see throughout the weekend. It's a bit of a Mickey Mouse stage, more just a quick test, but a couple of big jumps in here as well. But yeah, once this rally gets underway, it's a real challenge for the teams and drivers.
30-point advantage then Elfyn and Scott have in the championship right now coming into this event. An event which is fair to say, you know, has been dominated over the years by rival team Hyundai, but this year has been dominated by Toyota. They have won every single event so far this season. Yeah, it's quite some stat.
It's an incredible statistic, isn't it, Bex? When you look at the dominance Toyota have had so far, Hyundai need to pull their finger out and start getting stuck in and breaking that run of dominance Toyota have had so far this year, because, as you said, it is phenomenal. Again, just coming up to another one of those big crests. You can see how wide it is, Bex. It's not, as I said, it's not really representative. As we get out into the stages, there are a few fast-flowing stages for sure, but it's very, very technical. And if you put a wheel wrong, we've seen it so many times in the past, you clout a rock, you pull a corner off the car, and you're in big trouble. So you're really threading the needle. It's not really so much like that in this shakedown stage.
No, it isn't. I guess the beauty of this shakedown stage is it's right in Albia city centre. It's close to service.
It's not much fun coming back through your own dust edge. The moment of blind for Elfyn.
Yeah, I think that's what I love about this event. You mentioned, you know, threading the eye of the needle, those really narrow stages, the walls either side. We've seen some incredible battles here. Remember, last year was won by 0.2 of a second. We look back to that epic battle with Ogier and Thierry Neuville, which was won by 0.7. We've seen some really close finishes on this island. Long may that continue. But that is Elfyn through with his first run on Shakedown. We'll get a few thoughts from him with Peter Mackay, who's at stop control for us. We welcome Pete to the team this weekend.
Elfyn, your 150th WRC rally. When you started here many years ago, could you imagine getting to this point with 150 rallies under your belt in WRC?
No, probably not. You know, it's not normally the type of targets people aim for, but yeah, it's been a lot of events, obviously, over the last 10 years or so.
And it was Sardinia 2013 where Elfyn put his first points on the board. That was quite a while ago now, wasn't it? So look at Kalle Rosberg. Wasn't here last year. It was a partial season for Kalle last year. Of course, he missed this event. 6 previous starts here, though. Best result was third on the podium back in 2023.
Calle's putting on a bit of a show for the fans. Bex really attacked those big jumps, ran wide and had some big sideways moments. And yeah, Kalle really throwing his Toyota Yaris around through this shakedown stage. You're right, it was a crikey. It only seems like yesterday, doesn't it, that Elfyn Evans stepped in for Nasser Al-Attiyah here in Sardinia and had such a good run, didn't he? And
who was co-driving for him, can you remember?
Was it Giovanni Bernacchini?
Yes, it was, yeah. That was an amazing event for Elfyn back in 2013.
Right, I got that one right. Don't ask me anymore for the rest of the weekend, right?
Okay, you're off the hook now. You're top marks there. What can Robert Perrin do out there this weekend, though, Chenny? You know, he's second in the championship right now, 30 points behind Elfyn.
For sure, he can win the rally. There's no question. I think Calle's just been—he's so good. I think he had a slow start to the year, really, hasn't he? But he's found his form recently, and yeah, there's no question that Kalle can win it. But the thing is, Bex, I know we say this a lot, Sebastian Ogier could win it. Elfyn Evans, he's going to be a massive disadvantage because of the road position.
Callie, welcome back to Sardinia. Of course, this was an event you didn't do last year. Does that give you any disadvantage not doing Sardinia last year?
I don't know. We will see. I think it's anyway the most difficult race of the calendar for me personally. I don't like this event at all. So yeah, if we can do a good result, I'm gonna be happy if we just get good points. It's gonna be important to try to be good with Elfyn, let's say. If we can stay close to him, it's the important point. So yeah, it's gonna be a tricky weekend.
He doesn't like it because it is such a bitty rally, isn't it? It's not. He loves fast flowing stages, and this isn't really like that so much. So it hasn't really. It's not really, top of the playlist for Kalle Rovanperä. But coming back to answer your question, Elfyn could do it. He's got his job cut, his work cut out from starting first on the road, and we're not expecting any major rain. I think you've got to be looking a little bit further down at the likes of really Sebastian Ogier, Thierry Neuville-Tanner, Adrian Fourmeau could have a really good run this weekend as well.
I think all of them are capable. For Ogier, obviously he is the man with 4 wins on the island. He knows how to do it, and he knows how to do it from first on the road here as well. He has the incredible experience in Sardinia, but as we mentioned, it's been Hyundai Island over the years with the victories that they've notched up between Tanak, between Neuville.
I think road position is going to play a massive part of road position, and reliability is going to play a massive part of this weekend.
Sebastian Ogier then fastest through so far on run 1 of Shakedown. Let's take a look at Oit Tanak then, who is 4th in the championship. Now, lots of good memories on this island for Oit.
Lots of bad ones as well, Bex. He should have won it once.
Yeah, he should have, but he has won it, and he took his first ever victory here. Took his first ever podium here as well.
Seb, welcome back to Sardinia. A win here would make you the most successful driver in history on this rally. Is that playing on your mind at all?
I didn't even know the statistics, so no, not at all. I think more importantly, try to get a good result for the team. That's the main target. And in the last 2 years, we've been in the lead, very close to win, and some bad luck have hit us both times. So I think we hope for better luck this time.
It's always been one of those rallies, isn't it, where there's like bad luck right at the end. Sebastian Oit Tanak, as you said, has had so many good memories, taking his first ever victory, and then was robbed again in the Toyota on the power stage when he lost power steering. That was a rally he should have won, and just literally a few kilometres from the end, he lost the rally, and big dose of understeer there on the way out for Oit. It's just been one of those rallies where we've had so many dramatic finishes.
And yeah, a lot of them, as you mentioned, on the Wolf power stage as well. It's a brand new power stage this year, so that could really hype up the interest and the difficulty, the complexity level when we come right to the end. Hopefully we've got an epic battle when we get there. I'm sure we will.
Such a great camera angle, that from between the seats, isn't it, in the Hyundai? You can really see the work, the input that's going into the car.
The favourite to win from the fan vote so far. He has got a lot of you out there thinking he is going to do it this weekend. 2 seconds off the pace of Ogier here. Remember, this is just run 1 of Shakedown. The real stuff gets going tomorrow, of course.
When you look at the road order, you'd have to put Hyundai there, but then at the top of the list, because there's just, from a road positioning perspective, they should have an advantage. I think there'll be some stages where actually it's a disadvantage as well as it starts to get rutted up.
Success on this island. Tell me, does that give you a lot of confidence going into this event?
Past is past. Past doesn't matter anything this time. So it's start of rally again. So everything starts from the scratch.
Have you got the package to win this weekend?
We will find out.
And as I was just saying, you'd have to say from a road position, you've got Hyundai, but from a reliability and performance so far this year, you've got to say
Toyota. I know, absolutely. But it's it's exactly what Oit says there as well. The past is the past. We can all look at the statistics and build them all up, but it's what's in the here and now, right now. Has he got the package to win this weekend? Have the team got the package to win this weekend? We won't know that until we get going tomorrow.
Such a fan favourite, this camera angle, isn't it? It's been so nice to introduce this year, Bex. Just see everything.
you for that very element, and you get a good sensation of the speed as well. So right now it is Ogier with the fastest time through on run 1, 1:43.7. One of my favourite ever battles was Neuville and Ogier. Back in 2018 when Neuville won by 7/10 of a second. It was the most amazing final day. Both of them throwing everything at it. And I had the pleasure of being at Hyundai when he crossed the line and they realised that he'd done it. And I don't think I've seen celebrations like that before or since. It was just brilliant. 1:44.8 on the board then for Neuville. That's third fastest through on run 1.
And the drivers won't be looking at these times at all and caring because, as I said, it's a great stage for the fans. Lots of jumps and the cars sliding around, but not representative of the real challenge that lies ahead this weekend.
Oh, it's the reason why it was a super special back in 2023. Let's see from Thierry.
Thierry, you've had so much success on this island. Why do you think that is?
I don't know. I think overall it's a rally I always enjoyed. That's been my first gravel rally in a four-wheel drive car back in 2011, and overall I like when it's more technical, not so fast, and also a bit more natural terrain. Even this year they've reworked a lot of stages, so it's a bit less natural and less aggressive and abrasive, but yeah, I still enjoy it.
Just running a little bit wide out that left-hander, just nicked towards the edge of the back of the car. Not a problem at all, but just getting a little bit offline. Interesting what Thierry was saying there as well, Bex, about the roads being graded a little bit more.
Yeah, less abrasive, which, you know, it's been a big factor here over the years. Going to be an interesting prospect as well. You mentioned road position. And, you know, you're looking at those drivers who are now a little bit further back and how well they'll be able to tackle this event with a bit of a swept road in front of them. Where the sweet spot is going to be this weekend.
I think the first run through the morning loop's really important for those cars that are a little bit further back, Bex. In the afternoon, we've traditionally seen it starts to get very rutted, doesn't it? As more and more cars pass through, it becomes very, very messy. So those cars that are running further back, like this man, really have to make the morning loops count.
What can Adrian Fourmeau do this weekend?
Taco, welcome back to Sardinia. Tell me, what are you targeting this weekend's rally?
For sure, this is one of the most tricky rally in the season, in my opinion. So it's never easy, this rally, but yeah, I try to do a good job and as much as I can to push some races. So let's see what I can do. But yeah, this speed is quite fine. Of course, this is not ideal stage for tomorrow's stages, but at least the speed is not bad.
Yeah, like Taka is saying, and as we've said, it's not representative of what we'll see on the rally. The fans are certainly out in force, and it just gives them a little bit of a feel for getting behind the wheel, because there's no super special stage tonight. We will be on air later on with a ceremonial start. You'll get to hear from all of the crews there. But we kick off with stage 1 tomorrow morning.
There was no messing from Adrian over that jump, was there?
Brilliant.
I want to, if any photographers are listening, I want a still image of that, please, because I know he'll be down there. And one from Taka from Portugal, in fact. That was a big jump from Adrian Fourmeau. Great to see the footwork here. You can see left foot braking, just bouncing the car on both pedals.
Talking about the footwork, we've got Sebastian Ogier with some silver boots on this weekend. Silver car, silver boots, keeping those gypsies cool. As you can see, we are seeing a little bit of moisture on the windscreen here. It's been kind of a little bit of rain on and off throughout the morning, nothing major. It doesn't show any of the forecasts of the weekend, but
I wonder,
we are on an island, you never can tell.
Is that rain, or is that, as we've seen from the past with the Hyundai, just from the header tank, it just spurts up onto the windscreen, doesn't it? We'll get a better idea when we run with Sammy. There you go, it's rain. You can see it on the car there.
Sardinia hasn't been kind to you in the past. Tell me, how are you going to set that right this year?
Well, it's always a really challenging rally for every drivers, and yeah, this year I would say that the rally is even more narrow than before, and it's a tricky one. But I'm really pleased to be here in Sardinia. It's a beautiful island. Stages are really interesting to drive, so we'll do our best.
So nails in there. They're interesting to watch as well because of the technicality, because you do get some stretches which are just that car width in terms of, you know, the width of the stages. You've got balls either side. It's so incredible to watch them. And they can be the faster bits of stage as well. It's the more out in the open which can be the slower.
And that's why the pace notes, getting the pace notes right is so critical here, Bex, because if you get it wrong, you're gonna pull a wheel off the thing. It's as simple as that, because it is so, as we've been hearing all the drivers saying, tight and twisty and technical. And if you just get a bit too much of a sideways moment on the car, you very easily pull a corner off it. You just got to have everything so precise. And again, I think that's why we've seen so much action, because the margins, normally the times are so tight, so fine. The drivers are pushing really, really hard, and you explore the boundaries just a little bit too much, and then come unstuck.
Sami Pairi's best result so far this season was 4th overall in Kenya. See what he can achieve on the gravel stages this weekend. 2.1 seconds off the pace at the front, which is still held by Ogier. Let's switch out to M Sport Forward now then.
Sami, there must be great memories from that WRC2 win last year. Tell me, how are you feeling about stepping up to Rally 1 on Sardinia this year?
It's a nice feeling, good feeling, I must say. Okay, the shakedown is not so exactly like the rally will be, but anyway, the feeling is quite nice. Even we are having now some rain, I think there should be just hot conditions in a weekend and not so much rain. So, but okay, anyway, good feeling, and we'll do our best.
Owen Tracy now about to head in. You know, it's a big weekend, isn't it, for M Sport Cesks, part of the team as well. Jordan Soderidis is here, running 4 cars. Had a quick catch up with Josh earlier. He was telling me Sunday for him is kind of the most critical day in terms of the roughness level out there.
Yeah, all the drivers have been saying Sunday is brutal. And I think that's, again, why we're just going to see this...
I've never seen Josh's warm-up. How have I never seen him hitting his helmet?
This dramatic climax to the rally again. Sunday will, for sure, throw up some fireworks back, because it is incredibly rough.
And we've got some new stages in there. Okay, the first stage of the day has been used way in the past, so a lot of these drivers wouldn't have experienced it. But the organisers have turned things around a little. They've added some new stages this year just to throw it in the mix. And obviously we're moving from one side of the island to the other every year, but some stages are used every single year.
Going to be really interested to see how Josh gets on this weekend, Bess, because he had such a good run in Portugal, didn't he? It gave him loads of confidence. He did exactly what he had to do, and it'll be interesting to see how he carries that confidence into this weekend in what is a very, very different rally from a driving perspective.
Gregoire, welcome back to Sardinia. Tell me, what have you and the team been working on since Portugal to improve for this rally?
Yeah, basically trying to find some more traction on the car, but yeah, let's see how it goes.
How was this shakedown run with the rain?
For sure there is a bit of rain, but it's not impacting on the ground. It's quite sandy, so you have some ruts, but yeah, that's it. Just trying to have a feel.
Yeah, as soon as that water's hitting the ground, it's just getting absorbed into it, so it won't really be affecting anything. What Gregoire's saying there about looking for traction, again, like traction is the key ingredient at a rally like this, isn't it, Bex? Because you're coming out of the corners, out of the slow technical corners, trying to put the power down. And if the car's static with just the wheels spinning, and it's not putting power down and pushing you down the road, then you're wasting time. So, yeah, traction is a key ingredient to success at this rally.
60 to the bale. 10, 15, slow, 80 forward, around, opens. 60. Flat left, 6 right over jump, slow, hard day turn, 31, left opens over curve. Onto tab, 20, turn hairpin right, barrier. Flip, finish. So long, 6 right. Stop. 145.
Got a few words with Josh in a few moments with Pete. He's at the stop control. Martin Sesk's back in action then behind the wheel.
A lot of negative camber on the back of that car. Do you see the rears, the way, the angle that they're sat at? That's that in a moment.
Josh, welcome to Sardinia. Tell me, is this the biggest challenge yet on your Rally 1 adventure?
I'm not sure of much tops Kenya, but honestly it's nice to be back in this island. We've got some experience from last year, so hopefully we can use that to our benefit and bring the knowledge we got in Portugal and make improvements.
Yeah, I think Kenya will always be at the top of the list in terms of the biggest adventure these guys have. But this isn't far off, that is for sure. That was quite the jump from Sesk's. It was a little bit right-hand side heavy, wasn't it?
Yeah, it sort of landed on its nose, but again, the way the suspension works in these cars, they can absorb all those impacts. The temperatures inside the dampers, they just get terrifyingly high. They're working so hard. But yeah, the suspension technology is just so good.
What's going to be interesting to see, you know, Martin Sesk's, we know, loves the fast gravel stages. Here, as you've been mentioning, Chenny, it's a contrast. You know, it's a lot of slow stuff. It's technical here.
Yeah, Martins is definitely out of his comfort zone this weekend, Bex. You know, more so than we have seen in the past, I think, because this is a really tight, technical, twisty rally. And he loves that super fast flowing. A little bit of lag on the way out of there. We saw that with Josh as well. There's nothing wrong, it's just where the revs just drop a little bit.
There's a tough challenge. Shakedown Sardini's is here. Always up for the challenges on the championship calendar.
Martins, the front right tyre is pushed off the bead there. Could you feel it in the stage?
Yeah, actually, you felt it. I don't know, the tire already keeps going on with us. I don't know.
Tell us what, this is your first four-wheel drive rally at Sardinia. Tell me, how are you approaching this weekend?
It's a big learning curve for us, so yeah, it's gonna be demanding, of course.
But Bex, that's probably where he, as you mentioned, that landing. So this is the thing, the car absorbs it, the suspension itself is absorbing, the car's fine, but just where the tyre has just taken that massive impact on that corner. I mean, you've got a ton and a half a rally car there, just coming down the corner of the car, and it's just pushing it just pushed it over the bead. Hopefully there won't be significant or any tyre damage.
As we watch Jordan head through then, I am going to ask you another question, Chenny. It's not a difficult one, though.
Listen.
Come on. Come on. You've been coming here since 2004 to the island of Sardinia.
I was at school in 2004.
No, you will not. Get over it.
No, I was.
You weren't.
I was.
You weren't.
I was finishing
I'm
my...
not going to argue.
I was finishing
I'm
my
going to ask that
A-levels.
question. Let me get to the point here. What's your best memory on this island? What's the most epic fight you've witnessed?
Thierry Neuville and Sebastian Ogier in 2017, I think it was it?
18 was the
18.
7/10. Oh,
Yeah,
no.
it was just incredible. Thierry Neuville on that power stage. I was commentating on it for Red Bull. It was unbelievable. And Thierry just threw everything at it, and it was mind-blowing finish. So probably that one.
Yeah, I would say that's definitely up there with one of mine as well. Absolutely. There's so many, and we'd love to hear from all of you throughout the weekend your favourite memories of competition on this island, because we've been coming here a long time now, just over 20 years.
2004.
Yeah, 2004.
That's cool.
Whatever. Johan Rossell, what an opportunity he has to get good points on the board this weekend. Let's hear from Shakedown. Back to that.
Jordan, your first Rally 1 experience in Sardinia. How are you feeling ahead of this weekend?
Well, we'll enjoy because it's so beautiful, from the recce at least. Also, yeah, of course, very difficult, but we want to have the maximum of fun.
You can guarantee that he will be doing that this weekend. Johan Rossell is our leader in the WRC2 Championship. 7 points ahead of Oliver Solberg. Solberg's here this weekend. He's not scoring points, however. Gus Greensmith not here this weekend. So for Johan Rossell, it's a great opportunity to try and, further extend what he has at the front. He's got a lot of competition here, though. It's a strong field again in WRC2.
Yeah, I think that Johan, again, we saw him put in such a good performance, didn't we, in Portugal as well, considering gravel and everything else, which is not his favoured surface. He has made such a stride forward on this surface, as you said. And look, Gus is off. He's making preparations for a big weekend next weekend. Should we say Gus and Jessica are getting married in Finland, so he's not here, and Oliver opting not to score points. So you're right, Johan's really got to make this count, really.
Yeah, he has to, and he does like the rough stuff, and he's great when it comes to the technical aspect of stages. But, like I said, he's got some serious rivals around him. 148.4 then, the first time through in the WRC2 category. Let's take a look at Oliver and Elliott.
The streamlined wing mirrors on that car, it's all with aero in mind. They're quite cool, aren't they?
They are.
Johan, it's been a fantastic start to the season for you in WRC2. How are the feelings heading into Sardinia this weekend?
I feel good. We come here for take a maximum point and try to play for the win. Let's see. For sure, very rough section. The first day will be very difficult for us because we start first and we know we'll lose a lot of time. The plan is just to keep the contact on the first day.
Yeah, he's right, because he'll be behind the field of Rally 1 cars, so it's going to be a different line for him. Build-up of the stages tomorrow as well. We kick off with maybe one of the smoothest stages of the weekend, let's say, one of the narrowest as well, though. It's kind of all building up to Saturday and then the rough stuff on Sunday. And some classics out there, and of course we'll be broadcasting every single stage live.
To choose between them through there, was there, Bex? Just 4 tenths. Yeah.
Now this man has been on a steady roll the past few weeks. We'll talk about him in a moment. We'll hear from Oliver, I'm sure.
Oliver, not choosing to score points this weekend in WRC2. Can you tell us about the decision process of choosing not to score points here?
First of all, nice to see you again.
And you.
I only see you normally in Karlstad, so it's nice to see you. And yeah, well, I don't know really. I maybe should have chosen points here. You know, let's see. It is what it is.
Let's talk about Robert Korhonen then, who's had a brilliant run in the ERC, took his first ERC victory in Hungary just a few weeks ago. He was on the podium last weekend in Sweden on gravel. He won the Challenger category of WRC2 in Portugal. He's had the seat time, and it's been good seat time.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we always said, isn't it, any seat time is good time regardless of what's going on. Rupert's been just bagging the experience, and we've been seeing as well, Bex, the results coming. That's what happens. The more seat time you got, you know, the results come. When the results come, the confidence grows, and everything just goes in the right direction. And I just want to say that camera angle that we saw of the damper working, I really hope we get to see that throughout the weekend, because to be honest, what we're seeing now through Shakedown, you can see the damper working reasonably hard, but this Shakedown stage is like a motorway by comparison of what we're going to see. There you go, look at that shot, so you can see the damper really working up and down, but that is nothing compared to what you're going to see, the work rate the damper will be putting in over the weekend on the properly rough stages.
There we go, 1.4 seconds off the pace, right to the front. That is Korhonen through. Let's get his thoughts on the weekend ahead and what he could achieve here.
Leading the European Rally Championship after 2 great rallies. Tell me, how much confidence does that give you in your WRC2 campaign?
Yes, of course it helps. And yeah, now again 3 rally in a row, so busy times. But yeah, nice to be here. We did once 2 years ago this rally, and then we won and roll in same rally. So luckily we can do this without roll this year.
Yeah, let's hope so. We've seen some brilliant things from him in the past 2 weeks, so watch out for Korhonen here in Sardinia. There's the classification for you, though. Ogier at the top of the table on run 1 of Shakedown. Then Katsuta, Rovanperä, Neuville and Formo. The top 5 separated by just 1.4 seconds through the first run of Shakedown for us here at Rally Italia Sardegna. That's the way it all stands. But it is, of course, Ogier who is the fastest through. The man who has multiple wins on this island. Let's head out now then to the service park here in Olbia and catch up with Kiri.
Yeah, thanks so much, guys. And good morning to you at home and wherever you are around the world. Rally Sardinia is up and running. Now we have got a spectacular weekend in store for you. It's rough and rugged, and it is going to be brutal on this man, Elfyn Evans, as you heard already, opening the road on Friday. Now, it's a classic set of stages Friday and Saturday, a big Sunday for you. So Friday, 8:45 to 8:30, stages 1 till 6 is the morning and afternoon repeat loops. The same follows on Saturday, 9 to 7:30. 7 till 12, and then on Sunday it is an extended day compared to what we saw last year. It's 7:15 in the morning till 3 o'clock. So that is what the weekend shapes up looking like. Elfyn Evans just having a look at some of the data on his computer. Kalle Rovanperä to my side. These guys are ready to take on battle this weekend. Are you ready for what's to come? What's in store? Well, make sure you join us tonight from about 5 o'clock or so, where the opening ceremony will begin, and it will be officially Rally Sardinia to go. All right, we'll see you